Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Box. I'm
G.
And today we're going to be talking kind of about the gay drama on TikTok at the moment.
And I have zero clue, so I'm coming at it with like a whole different perspective. I've never heard anything.
I'm so excited to see like your opinions on it because like in anyone's right mind, it's wrong. And we'll get into why it's wrong. But today's drama or so that's trending right now on TikTok is JoJo Siwa and her girlfriend Kathy Ebbs.
Okay, so we all know who JoJo is.
Yes.
She's a lesbian.
Yep.
Or at least that's what I know as of right now.
Okay.
So let's spill the tea. Tell me.
Okay. So I'm going to assume, if you don't know who JoJo Siwa is, she has been on TV. She's a personality person, has been on so many TV shows.
Yeah.
But she was first
well known,
I guess, for Dance Moms when she was very young. So she's been in the public eye her entire life.
And if you have not watched Dance Moms, you didn't grow up. Like, what were you doing?
So she came from Dance Moms, and ever since then she has had her fame. And she's pretty big here in the U.S., okay?
Okay.
Then you have Kathy Ebbs, who no one really knows here in the U.S., but apparently she's a content creator, a podcast person. She does social media, but in Australia.
Okay.
So she's more, like, famous, popular over there, not really here in America.
Yeah.
They met through mutual friends, like anyone would.
Yeah.
They kicked it off right away. And it seemed like they had a really great relationship in the last, 4 months. Because they're relatively still new.
Yeah, but we all know JoJo. JoJo is always dating someone off TikTok.
Oh, JoJo's known to be messy.
Yeah.
And
really messy.
Yeah, and not handle relationships very well. She's known as bouncing around to other women left and right, leaving them in the dust, not very nicely.
Yeah.
And just out of the blue. But her and Kathy Ebbs, they started their relationship either really late last year.
Okay.
Or at the very beginning of this year.
And this was after who? Who was JoJo dating prior?
I don't know. There's so many women.
I mean, the only one I knew that was relevant is
Avery?
Avery, yeah.
Yeah, so after Avery, I'm pretty sure there was another person, like a dancer.
Yeah.
And they had something, and then Kath, I think.
Oh.
There could be other women involved. I don't really know the lore of JoJo Siwa and her girlfriends, but I just know what's happening currently.
Yeah.
So JoJo Siwa gets invited to the UK to be on the Celebrity Big Brother there.
Yeah.
And during that time, she meets this guy named Chris. Okay. Before their bond becomes really strong,
first, what is Big Brother even about?
I don't even know. Okay, I know we have a Big Brother show here in America. I didn't know UK had one, but they do. Prior to her relationship with Chris on the show, there was another guy that was on the show that was being very racist and rude and bigotry towards JoJo because she was queer. He instantly got kicked off though, so we love that. But ever since then, Chris came in to try to defend JoJo and be like, you can't say that to her. You're being on live TV. Why are you doing this?
But also in this time and age, why do we feel like that's acceptable and or mentally, you're going to get trashed?
Right.
Why are we saying those things?
Who knows? But Chris comes to her safety, I guess, tries to protect her and stand up for her.
Yeah.
Which is nice. We love that. No one expected it to go much farther than that.
Yeah.
But from then on, the relationship strengthened and they had this great bond. And then throughout this season, you can start to see them get really close and touchy and way too physical for someone who's in a relationship. Remember, she's in a relationship.
And JoJo is how old?
I think 21.
So she's a young 20-year-old going on reality TV. She's known it to be messy and she's in a relationship. Yeah. That's what I'm getting.
But what would you feel like if your partner is on a TV show and you're watching in Kath's position, your girlfriend flat out cheating on you?
Nope. And I think with Big Brother, you're not allowed to talk to the people in the house. And so, no.
Yeah, I know.
No.
So a lot of people are like, it doesn't matter that she's only 21. Like, you know what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah.
Do you just not care for your relationship? Do you, like, it's kind of, I get this evil sense of JoJo where she finds joy in hurting others on live TV.
For the plot?
For, like, is it for the plot? Is it just to get more airtime? Because she's grown up in the industry. She knows what it takes to have cameras in her face and, like, to be the center of attention. But when is that too much?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how comfortable I would be, or, like, my girlfriend would be if I was on a show like that and I'm, like, all touchy-feely, cuddling, hugging, doing some weird shit on live TV, knowing damn well she's watching.
No. As a girlfriend, too, I would never stand that.
No.
I would be writing, can you write letters? Like, how do they communicate?
So you were correct, where, like, usually on these shows, you get your phone taken, you cannot contact the outside world because that's how they try to prevent the show from being leaked.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was not able to have her phone. She could not explain her actions to her girlfriend at the time or when it was happening.
Yeah.
But there was a clip in the show in the middle of the season or towards the end of it, I'm not really sure, where JoJo was sent a letter, and it was a letter from home. So she kind of hinted that it came from her mom and Kath, and they both said something in a letter, and it wasn't what JoJo thought it would be.
What did she expect, though?
She expected, oh, I miss you, I hope you're doing well, whatever.
But you're cheating on your girlfriend. She's not going to be happy. Why would you assume it's going to be, oh, I hope you're doing well? No. It's, girl, get your shit together. Oh, I thought you were gay. I thought we were together.
Yeah. And I don't know. If I was Kath, I'd be so upset. I don't know what I would do.
I would march up. I would fly my ass to London, right? Is this in London?
Get this right. Keep going. I
would fly to London, get myself onto Big Brother's, like, property or whatnot, start making a ruckus, and have my significant other damn well know that I am there. And you better come out. Because I don't stand for cheating. That's not how you go about life. It's not fair to your partner, especially in this case where this is a reality show. And I don't know if you know it makes you look bad, but it's making you look bad, girl. No one's going to want to date you after this.
No, but it's also, like, I don't want to say it's fitting for JoJo, but, like, she's done this to many other women, just not on TV.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of people here in America know JoJo probably is not the greatest partner to be in a serious relationship with. She's had so many ups and downs with so many other influential people.
Yeah.
And she's just controversial in general. And it can be sometimes a good thing, sometimes bad. And there's a mix, and you never know if it's good attention or bad attention. But when it comes to the public, attention is attention.
Yeah, publicity, yeah.
But if I was JoJo and I was that famous and that big, I still don't think I would want that type of attention.
Yeah, because, like, would you not think that just makes a negative connotation to you?
It makes you look bad.
You're a cheater in 4K.
And I get, like, there's some cheaters that, like, will do it on the down low, and I'm not condoning this one bit. I'm not a cheater. I don't stand for it. It's disgusting to me. But, like, if you were to cheat, wouldn't you want to try to keep it a secret?
Yeah.
And not, like, actually blow it up into, like, proportions where you're on live TV, everyone can see it, and you know damn well everyone's going to have an opinion about it.
Do we know if she was going into Big Brother, like, wanting to break up with her girlfriend and maybe using this as an escape?
Well, I did hear the thing because Kath obviously came out after the show because get this, and this is what gets real fucked up. Kath is from Australia, correct?
Yeah.
She flew to UK, which is about an 8-hour flight, or at least that's what she said it was.
Yeah.
So she took her time out of her own schedule to fly to London or the UK, wherever the show was.
Yeah.
And was there for the wrap party. So to be a supportive partner, right? And she also wanted to talk through what she saw where JoJo stands now because it's so confusing.
Yeah.
Where she stands. Because does she have feelings for Chris? Does she still like Kath? Is she committed to Kath?
Yeah.
Was this all just a ploy? So Kath took time out of her schedule to fly there for the wrap party, to talk to JoJo, try to make amends, because Kath knows the industry as well. She's like, I know you could do it just for the likes and for the publicity. I don't know. I just want to talk to you about it.
So she sounds not understanding of the situation, but if JoJo came to her and was like, this is just like what the producers wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think that's still okay? Or do you think Kath is like, yeah, I mean, if the producer said okay, I guess it's okay?
In my own opinion, because I am in a relationship, and if I was JoJo, I don't care if the producers want that. Yeah. I still don't have it in me, or maybe it's my morals or things, but like, why would I ever want to put someone that I love in that position watching me cheat? Like, if you cared about someone, you would care that, like, how they would interpret what they're seeing.
Yeah.
But obviously JoJo just didn't give a shit and kept doing it, whatever. And she did this the entire season. And they got closer and closer and closer in the season. Mm-hmm. So Kath gets there to the wrap party, correct?
Yeah.
And she gets dumped.
On TV?
No, just in general, dumped. Right before the after party.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would be happy that we were breaking up prior to the, like, party. Yeah. Because then, like, did she go to the party? Because I would have been like, oh, okay, you broke up with me. Goodbye. I'm going back to Australia.
I don't know. But can you imagine, like, you spent money on this plane ticket to go be a supportive partner, and what do you get? You don't get any closure. You don't get any explanation for the actions your partner did on the show. All you get is, I'm actually not happy and I'm dumping you and we're done.
I'm not happy and we're done. If I was in Kath's position, I would interrogate JoJo.
No, and that's what is very confusing when it comes with Kath, because Kath made a TikTok video. She put it up probably the day after the breakup. Yeah. And was just like, it's going to come out in the news, but I want to tell people myself. Yeah. And so she brought it to her own platform, which is so valid. I probably would do the same thing.
I would too. I would fully blast JoJo.
But then she had to take it down for who knows reasons. Yeah. Probably maybe JoJo's team told her, you can't do that. It's defamation, or like you're just trying to be mean to me for that.
Defamation my ass. You cheated on me in front of the entire world.
No, yeah, exactly.
Like, defamation, what?
So no one knows exactly why Kath took this video down. People still have the few clips of it originally posted, but she took it down so no one else can go look at the page and see it.
I would have kept it up there.
She basically said in the clip that I've seen, where she's just so confused on why this happened, because the 4 months prior to the show, she says that, like, JoJo, or it felt like JoJo was love bombing her. And was like saying, I don't know how I could be someone with, like, how I could be, or how I even found you in the first place. Like, you're too good for me, or like, this is too good to be true, or whatnot. And doting on her, loving Kath.
Well, clearly she was better than you.
Yeah, I
know. And she's too good for you.
Yeah. And so, honestly, it would leave anyone confused. You leave at the beginning of the month knowing everything's okay, or you're hoping your
secure,
relationship is secure and strong, and then all of a sudden you come back, and the very first thing when you see your person is, I'm not happy, we're done. And you're just like, what do you mean we're done? Yeah. Like, I have so much to say. Yeah. I don't know if Kath said it to JoJo right then and there. She chose the funniest thing to wear, and I just can't imagine getting broken up with.
What was she wearing?
She had a full-on, like, eye mask and the gay flag with glitter and beads all around. And I don't know how Kath took her serious, but I would have laughed. I would have straight up laughed.
So is her and Chris still together?
Okay, so that's what I had to look too, because I was like, why would you break up with someone that you doted on, like before the show, and then all of a sudden something changes because of the show.
Yeah.
So everyone is assuming that she wanted to end the relationship so she could pursue the relationship that she found in Big Brother, because Kath mentioned how, like, she said, I'm not happy, I found this great bond with someone and I want to seek that out. So we can all assume it's Chris, right?
Yeah.
So a few days go by after the after party, the series is done, the finale is watched, everyone has seen it. Obviously they have interviews in the UK. They are put together in an interview for the very first time after
Chris and JoJo.
And they still have this strong bond. They always talk about how, like, I'm so grateful for this friendship. Chris is saying friendship like no other. So everyone's like, are they going to hook up? What is going on?
I thought they already did hook up.
No,
they didn't. Big Brother.
They didn't. I don't know that.
So sleeping in the same bed does not count as hooking up.
I don't think they slept in the same bed. They were cuddling, but I don't think they stayed the night.
That's bullshit.
And
that is utter bullshit. We all know that. We all know that's bullshit.
I know. So some people are just like, wow, JoJo dumped her girlfriend to be thrown into the friend zone.
I mean, karma's a bitch.
I say that too, but like, I don't know. I don't see them becoming a couple.
Yeah.
And it's really weird seeing comments online where, like, there's so many people that, like, love JoJo, but it's all UK viewers. They don't know what JoJo's like in America, or like what her trail is and what she's known for. So, like, seeing all these people in the UK being like, oh my god, we love JoJo, stay here in the UK, like, we love you when you're normal and not like this weird shit that she does here in America.
Yeah.
Just like, when I see those comments, I'm just like, guys, she's really not the person you think she is.
Yeah. I want to know how, like, her exes are feeling right now. Like, do they feel like, yeah, she's getting her, like, time. Like, she made me go through hell. Now it's her time to go through hell.
If I was one of her exes, I genuinely would be kind of relieved that I wasn't Kath.
Yeah.
But, like, finally people are seeing how shitty of a person she can be.
Yeah. Well, not in UK.
Yeah, I know. So, like, I don't know what's going to happen, if Chris and her are going to be a thing.
That is so messy.
In the show, she says Chris helped her realize that she's not a lesbian, but she's queer.
What?
Yeah.
She's been a lesbian ever since, like, a child, right?
No. She only came out when she was, like, older.
Oh.
So it's been only a few years since she's came out.
Has she dated men before?
I don't know. But I do know that, like, she identified as a lesbian ever since she came out.
Okay.
And going through this process in the show of Big Brother, she realized that, like, oh, maybe I could like other people that aren't women or, like, a female. But she still identifies as being a part of the queer community.
You can be queer and be a part of it no matter what. But, like...
And she mentioned how, like, Chris helped her realize she was not a lesbian, but queer, because
she, like,
Kath, who she's dating, or was dating at the time, was non-binary. So technically, Kath didn't identify as a female. And so that made JoJo realize, maybe I'm not a lesbian, but I am queer. And I'm just like, wait, I'm so confused. Like, I'm so glad you're learning and figuring it out for yourself, but you didn't need to cheat and throw your girlfriend under the bus. Wait, so then
what would she be if she wasn't a lesbian, but she's queer? Bi? Or, like, only goes for, like, the not trans, is Kath just non-binary? So, like...
Well, Kath goes by they, them.
Okay, so what if she's not a lesbian, she has to be bi? Or is there another word that she would relate more to?
I don't know. I'm not JoJo. I have no idea.
Interesting.
Just imagine you think you have a great relationship with your partner. They go off to a reality TV show. She cheats on you in front of millions of people.
On live TV.
On live TV. You go over there and you fly and you take your own time out of the day to go and try to be a great partner and support her, because you know that she's going to get shitted on no matter what.
Yeah.
And Kath stayed quiet the entire season because she knew that JoJo was already getting thrown under the bus. She was already seeing videos of her cheating, but Kath didn't come out and say anything.
Yeah, she was being
She was being mature about it and was waiting to talk to JoJo about it.
Yeah.
And so you took your time, you flew over there, you get dumped, and then that's it.
Yeah, there's no closure.
There's no closure whatsoever.
I want, like, the best thing for Kath now because, like, they didn't do anything, and so they need to have closure.
Yeah, I agree.
They deserve closure.
Yeah.
JoJo needs to sit down and talk to them.
Yeah.
Like, they're a human being down to, like, every part of everybody else. They have their own emotions. They have feelings. That was a relationship that they invested in.
Yeah.
So as somebody who is not dating but is in the dating world right now, I like investing my time is so important to me, and I want my significant other or the person I'm dating to know that, like, you matter to me because I'm spending time with you. That's like what this is all about. And then just to be dumped because you were being a good person and wanting to support in a good way, and then have zero explanation. I would be furious.
No, I would too.
And I don't think my video on TikTok would ever be, I'm just confused. I would be furious. I would be throwing her under the bus. I wouldn't be dragging her name, but that's also petty me. But no, I don't stand for that, and I don't think Kath should stand for that.
I don't think Kath stands for it at all. Yeah. I think she's hurt. She was played dirty and in front of millions of people. So, like, I think a lot of people are on Kath's side.
Yeah.
Others are like, JoJo, you're a sickening person who does that. But then there's others that are like, oh, it's okay. Like, I was in my early 20s. It's normal to do it. It's not normal. It's not normal for you to be 21 and cheating on people for the world to see.
I mean, I guess there is a part where, like, yes, she is young, she is naive, but if you're dating and you made it official, you already know what not to do.
I just don't understand those commenters or people that are, like, encouraging JoJo for this behavior, because people are just like, it's okay, it's no big deal, whatever. But then I'm on the side of the commenters where there's like, I don't care if you're young. I don't care if you're 21. You still know what's right and wrong.
Exactly.
And you knew what you were doing was hurting your partner.
Yeah, and if you didn't even know what you were doing, and, like, I know she might come out with, like, it wasn't on purpose, it just kind of happened. Yes, those things can happen, where you bond with somebody unknowingly and it grows strong and then whatever. But I understand maybe the fact that Big Brother kind of kept her away from explaining. But I would try my hardest to either, like, send a letter out or just give clarification, like, hey, yes, you are seeing this. Expect more of it to come out. Just know I'm confused. I don't know what I'm doing, because at least I'm communicating that and not leaving my significant other in the dark for however long they're filming. Because there are ways to communicate with the outside world.
There has to
be.
It's just she chose not to.
Exactly.
But, yeah, that's the drama that JoJo is in.
That was so much, and I'm so glad I don't like JoJo.
No, I've never been a fan of JoJo. She's cocky, arrogant. She may have the right to do that because she is pretty big here in America. But when it comes to popularity and famous and whatever, you still have this duty to
be influential.
Yeah.
People watch you. Little girls watch JoJo.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know now because of the music industry and her, like, 2 freaking songs, but, like, older people like us now are following along with her. And I don't want my daughters to see that. I wouldn't either. My children to think that they can act like that and treat somebody like that. Like, that's just disrespectful on every single level.
I'm curious curious what her mom thinks of this, or, like, what her mom said. obviously JoJo didn't go into detail about what the letter mentioned. She
Yeah.
kind of just skimmed it over, kind of. But, like, that's what happened. I'm not on the side of JoJo.
No.
She's in the wrong. Doesn't matter how old you are. You still should show respect to the relationship, your partner. You're old enough. You know right and wrong. It's completely fucked up if you ask me. But let us know what side you guys are on. Do you guys know more info on this? Did we miss anything?
I'm definitely side on Kath.
Oh, I'm definitely on the side of Kath as well.
And I think JoJo needs to come out with a video apology, at least. Because there is some damage control that needs to be happening. And whether her team does it or she physically takes the, role of saying sorry, as Kath, I would need a official apology, whether that is person to person, like one-on-one, behind the scenes, or on a video after you spoke to me.
No, I agree.
So, yeah, I'm curious, what do you guys think? Are we team JoJo? Are you team Kath? Are you team Chris?
Yeah. I don't see a lot of people or Chris really being mentioned a ton.
Yeah.
I think people are mainly saying this is JoJo's fault.
It is, 100%.
And I think it is.
But I also think Chris also played a role knowing that JoJo was in a relationship.
I think so too.
So he did some dirty actions too.
Yeah.
Because he definitely could have taken her aside and been like, hey, I know you're in a relationship. Where are you in that relationship? And if we are doing this, does your girlfriend know?
Yeah. So I just think this is one big dirty mess. I'm so glad we're not a part of it. I'm glad that we're more mature than that. We both never ever do that to our significant others.
Never.
But yeah, it's just messy.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And like always, keep on listening, keep on loving, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.